Inter Miami suffer heaviest defeat since Lionel Messi's arrival. Hansi Flick urges Barcelona players to go all out and dominate against Real Madrid. Tensions and frustration erupt within the Man City squad. And right now, here are the detailed updates in tonight's evening news bulletin. Inter Miami have just suffered their heaviest defeat since Lionel Messi joined the team, losing 1-4 to Minnesota United. Messi scored Miami's only goal in the 48th minute, but their poor defense cost them dearly. Minnesota opened the scoring in the 32nd minute through Bongo Kule Longwane, before Markanic doubled the lead during first-half stoppage time. After Messi's goal narrowed the gap, Miami shot themselves in the foot again when Marcelo Wagant scored an own goal in the 68th minute. Just 2 minutes later, Robin Lod sealed the 4-1 victory for Minnesota. This was the second consecutive match Luis Suarez missed due to personal reasons. With this result, Inter Miami continued to expose their defensive weaknesses despite Messi's brilliance in attack. After a disappointing draw between Man City and Southampton, center back Ruben Dias criticized the San Marino pitch, saying the grass was dry and the home team only focused on disrupting play through time-wasting and overly defensive tactics. However, Dias's complaints were humorously addressed on social media by Southampton's groundskeeper. "I respect your football talent, but you clearly know nothing about pitch maintenance," wrote Steve, alongside a photo of the lush green field, adding that the pitch had been thoroughly watered both in the morning and again during halftime. Despite failing to beat one of the league's bottom teams, Pep Guardiola remained calm. "They have the right to play their way. The problem was that we couldn't break through that concrete wall." After a bitter defeat to Inter Milan in the Champions League semi-final, head coach Hansi Flick has urged Barcelona players to go all out and dominate Real Madrid in this weekend's El Clasico. "We want to take the initiative, and we want to see the team play with the usual high intensity and dominance on the pitch," Flick said at a press conference. Barcelona currently lead Real Madrid by 4 points and have won all 3 meetings between the two sides this season. The return of Balde and Casado, along with the potential for Lewandowski to come off the bench, gives Barcelona added confidence in maintaining their position at the top of La Liga. Ruben Amorim recently voiced his agreement with Roy Keane, admitting that Manchester United fully deserved the criticism they've received after a dismal Premier League season. Despite reaching the Europa League final, the Red Devils have lost 16 domestic matches, their worst record since the 1989-90 season. "We can't hide from it. If you can't handle criticism, then professional football isn't for you," Amorim stated. He also confirmed that he will rotate the squad sensibly for the match against West Ham to preserve energy for the final against Tottenham. With their poor form and the risk of finishing in the bottom half of the table, Manchester United still have a lot of work to do. After a disappointing goalless draw against bottom-ranked Southampton, tensions and frustration erupted within the Man City camp. Pep Guardiola was seen in a heated argument with Adam Lallana right on the touchline, while Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland were among the first to leave the pitch. Bernardo Silva even shouted at the referee from the middle of the field, all the way to the dressing room. The result saw Man City fall behind in the race for a top-4 finish and miss the ideal momentum heading into the FA Cup final. The tense atmosphere at St. Mary's reflected a worn-out City machine, now groaning under the weight of an overworked season. Although it has been confirmed that he will leave Liverpool to join Real Madrid on a free transfer, Trent Alexander-Arnold may have to sit out the final matches of the season. According to head coach Arne Slot, Connor Bradley will be given priority in the starting lineup to prepare for the next season, while Joe Gomez has also returned from injury. This puts Alexander-Arnold's chances of playing in serious jeopardy, especially as he was absent from training last week at the ASA Training Center. Nevertheless, the 25-year-old defender will certainly take part in the Premier League trophy ceremony at Anfield against Crystal Palace as an official farewell after nearly 2 decades with the club. Ollie Watkins recently scored the only goal in Aston Villa's 1-0 win over Bournemouth, becoming the club's all-time top scorer in the Premier League, surpassing Gabriel Agbonlahor. This valuable goal not only helped Villa secure their place in the top six, but also kept alive their hopes of qualifying for next season's Champions League. Despite being reduced to 10 men from the 80th minute, Unai Emery's side held firm, thanks to the outstanding performance of goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez. Villa are currently level on points with Chelsea and Newcastle, direct rivals in the race for European football. Real Madrid have reached an agreement to sign Leon Weston, a talented player dubbed the new Toni Kroos, although he is not being brought in for the first team. This move clearly reflects the club's long-term investment strategy in La Fabrica. Weston can play both as a central midfielder and a center back. He will join one of the U17, U18, or possibly even U19 squads under the guidance of Alvaro Arbeloa. Real believe that Weston possesses ball distribution skills, composure, and tactical intelligence similar to those of the German legend. Ahead of the trip to St. James Park to face Newcastle, Cole Palmer urged his Chelsea teammates to be brave or risk being eaten alive. Palmer's statement emphasized the importance of fighting spirit in a match that could determine Champions League qualification. Newcastle are on a 5-game home winning streak, scoring 18 goals, while Chelsea are under pressure to secure points in the race for the top 5. After being rested for the Conference League semi-finals, Cole Palmer is expected to make a difference in the final 3 rounds. Amid interest from Saudi Pro League clubs, Arsenal have quickly opened contract extension talks with Leandro Trossard until 2029. Despite being 30 years old, the Belgian midfielder is still highly valued by Mikel Arteta for his endurance and ability to make decisive plays. Trossard's current contract runs until the summer of 2026. With Eddie Nketiah ready to return after rejecting an offer last year and having recorded 8 goals and 6 assists in the Premier League this season, he remains an important tactical option. Arsenal's move highlights their aim to avoid losing more key depth as they head into a crucial transfer window where their top priority is signing a true number 9. Chelsea are preparing to pay £5 million to cancel their obligation to buy Jadon Sancho after the player failed to meet expectations. This development opens up a major opportunity for Bayer Leverkusen and Borussia Dortmund, both of whom are competing for the former Dortmund star's signature. Manchester United are reportedly willing to sell him for under £20 million, a significant drop from the $73 million they originally paid. Leverkusen currently hold the advantage in the race. Meanwhile, Dortmund are also keen on a reunion with their former star, as head coach Ruben Amorim has excluded Sancho from Manchester United's long-term plans. His future now appears to lie in Germany. Joshua Zirkzee has surprisingly hinted at a possible return for the Europa League final between Manchester United and Tottenham. Although head coach Ruben Amorim had previously confirmed that he would miss the rest of the season due to a hamstring injury, the Dutch striker shared during a Twitch conversation with his friend Alphonso Davies that a comeback is difficult but not impossible when asked about his chances of returning in time. Zirkzee sustained the injury on April 13th, but is working hard on a rapid recovery to be part of the crucial match in Bilbao. If he manages to return, he could become a strategic weapon for Manchester United in their quest for a first European title in 8 years. Alexander Sørloth shocked La Liga by scoring 4 goals against Real Sociedad in Atletico Madrid's 4-0 victory. Remarkably, his hat trick came within the first 11 minutes, the fastest in league history, breaking a record that had stood since 1929. The Norwegian striker's goals highlighted his sharp finishing instinct and astonishing efficiency, with 4 goals coming from an expected goals XG value of just 0.91. Head coach Diego Simeone was full of praise afterward, saying, "Every ball that came to him turned into a goal." With this performance, Sørloth has now scored 17 goals this season, putting him into the top 4 of La Liga's scoring charts. Putting behind a disappointing run in the Premier League, Rasmus Højlund has affirmed his desire to stay long-term and prove his worth at Manchester United. Despite scoring only 4 goals in the English top flight, the Danish striker has shown in the Europa League with 6 goals, declaring, "I know what the pressure is like at this club. That's why I chose to come here." Højlund admitted that this season hasn't been good enough, but believes the challenges will help him grow. Amid rising rumors of a possible departure, Højlund remains focused on helping Manchester United win the Europa League and using that title as a springboard to rebuild his future. After missing out on Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal, Liverpool have swiftly shifted their focus to another La Liga talent, Mikel Jauregui of Athletic Bilbao. The 21-year-old midfielder has emerged as a sensation under Ernesto Valverde, especially catching attention with a stunning goal against Manchester United in the Europa League. According to Anfield Watch, Liverpool have been monitoring Jauregui for some time and are now prepared to trigger his release clause if Athletic Bilbao refuse to enter negotiations. Despite having only one breakout season so far, Jauregui is seen as a promising addition to Liverpool's midfield rebuild, following their Premier League title win. Thank you for following and keeping up with the exciting news on the Football News channel. We'll continue to be with you in our daily updates. We hope you won't miss any of the hottest news of the day by staying tuned to the channel. Thank you, and don't forget to give the video a like.